Hello and welcome to my channel Creative Gaming. Today I want to show you how to make a stream overlay because I need a new Twitch overlay. So why not show you how to do it? And the program I'm using is Paint.net, and there's a link for you to download it in the description box below. Cause I know a lot of people really want a cool and nice overlay, and not everyone has the money to buy one from a professional. So I thought, why not show you guys how I do it? And in this video, I'm just gonna do the webcam part, but it's basically the same you have to do for all the different parts of the overlay. Alright, so when you open up Paint.net, you will see this, and then you go up to Files, select New, and I really like working in high resolution, in normal HD, and then you take this one called Background, and then just make it invisible. We don't need that one. And today I'm going to make like a Christmas overlay webcam thing. So I just need the white color down there. And then I need to have a base for the overlay. And I guess my base is just a white box. That's usually what I do. So I do that again today. I don't know how big the white box should be. That depends a lot on, like, the design you want to do with the overlay. I think 40 in this case would work quite well. And then now you potentially have an overlay. It's not that fancy. A thing I love to do is to make a color palette, actually, to see which colors fit together with the white color, and we do that on a separate layer down here. And I think we need some wet, but it shouldn't be that wet. It should more be a little bit dark red, like that one. And then I think a dark green would work good. Well, would work well too. And then maybe a little bit of gray. No, that's not a good gray. A light gray would probably work quite well. So now we have a color scheme. I'm not sure I want to use the gray, but I have it just in case I want to. And then we have to think, how do we want the overlay to look? I usually start off with making sure I have a black color, and then I want to make figures so I can work with those. Because in Paint.net you can just cut a section out and think, now it looks good. That's not how it works. It would be nice if it worked like that, but it doesn't. And I think I want a black box there, and then a black box here. Great. And then I want to use the wand and just select the area. And sometimes you have to click this little button. So if the black is not connected, then you need to click that button. A really awesome tip, by the way, is to remember to do it on a separate layer, like having the black boxes on a separate layer, or else you're gonna get kind of sad, because then it looks disgusting and ugly, and it's not going to work. And then you go to the layer where you have your right box, and then you want to make sure this is invisible down there, and then just push the delete button, and then you can make this up here go away. You can just delete it, and then now we have this. And then now we need our colors, and I think we're gonna start with the red color. And just like before, we're gonna use this line tool. So we make a new layer. I prefer to have the new layer under the white, but that depends a lot on what you're doing. And then we want to make the size of the line not that thick, you know, less thick, basically. Just yeah. And in this case, I actually have an idea of what I want to do, but in some cases, I might also just try different things out until they look good. And in this case, I want it to be like exactly at the same pixel as the right color, so I do that, but only in the section over here. So with the rest of it, I can just make go away like this. And then I think I actually want a triangle down here. But actually the triangle has to be on a layer above the right color, I guess. I think. I'm actually not sure. I'm just doing weird stuff right now. Yeah, this looks good, I think. Well, it might look good, but it depends a lot on like what kind of person you are. Because some people would be like, "Oh, this looks awesome," and some people will probably be like, "Well, it looks okay, but it's not my style," you know. And that's the cool thing about being able to make your own overlay, because then you can just make it your style and not worry too much about what everyone else thinks. And then now I want to put the green in. And the way I want to put the green in right now is probably something along the lines of well, in this case, I probably just want to place it around here and make sure it's not puffing out there. And then I actually want it to show itself again down here, just for a brief moment. Because everything else gets kind of boring in the long term. And then in the edge out there. But here I just want, you know, I hope you guys have some sort of clue about how Paint.net works before you start this project, because I'm not gonna tell you every single step I go through. It's more like showing you what I do. And if you guys are wondering why my Paint.net is in a weird language, then it's just because that I have always used it in Danish. Because I'm Danish, if you didn't know. I think I've told you guys before in another video. And then this kind of looks simple, like a little bit too simple. Not that you can get something that's too simple, but at the same time you can. So what I want to do right now is actually that I want the black again. And that's because I want to make edges. Actually up there, I'm not gonna do an edge like that, but I'm going to down, and I'm not going to down there either. Actually, I don't need that figure, so I can just forget about that figure. And look, now you can see it's only over here, and then you push that button and then it will also select over there. And then the same thing as before. And then you can see that didn't really work because I didn't think, and I made the green on the wrong layer. Of course I did. That's quite common of me to do that. Well, I actually did it right there. Great. But then, on some other parts of the figure, I just want to do a new triangle. Because you doesn't always need to like cut the edges. Because that's not really the best way to do it. The best way is actually to know exactly where I want to put the triangles. And just build up like that. But you doesn't always know that, so it's a possibility to do it as I just showed you. And then I actually really feel like we should have some more green. And I can always erase this over here, so it doesn't matter that I worked on the wrong layer. Look, well, this is just one way to do it. I will show some examples of other things I have made over the years. Well, actually quite recently. In the end of this video, I will show that. Just the pictures. And if you think, oh my god, I want something like this, but I don't feel safe doing it myself, then you are very welcome to write to me on my Facebook page or here on YouTube in a YouTube comment, and then we can make it work somehow. Yeah, that was all for this video, and I just really wanted to show it because I felt like this was easy to show you guys, and I feel like it looks kind of awesome. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Remember to check out all the links in the description. I stream, if you hadn't guessed. There's a link to that in the description too.